Welcome to the Live Free, Love Life podcast, where we discuss how to create more freedom so we can love our lives no matter what we're going through. Hello, my beautiful, amazing friends. Welcome to the Live Free, Love Life podcast. I'm your host, Mindy Neal. And seeing as how Christmas is just 2 days away, I wanted to give you a special Christmas invitation today. I'm guessing that you have been busy this holiday season buying the perfect gift for all the people in your life. And I'm wondering if you took the time to get yourself the perfect gift. And if not, I have an idea for an amazing gift you could give yourself. Permission to be happy. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Mindy, happiness isn't just something you decide to have. You don't understand my situation. Trust me, I get it. I have been there, drowning in a sea of complicated relationships, dealing with health issues, navigating the choppy waters of a blended family, and feeling like perpetual happiness was something that happened to other people. I've even had moments when I felt this way in just the last few weeks. So I promise I get it. Sometimes it truly feels impossible. But step into the land of possibility with me for a moment, and let's talk about why this is even a thing. Why do we need permission to be happy in the first place? Here are some of the most common reasons that I see in my coaching practice. Number one, the when-then trap. You know this one. I'll be happy when I lose the weight. I'll be happy when my marriage is better. I'll be happy when my kids start behaving. I'll be happy when I have more money. We put conditions on our happiness as if it's something we have to earn or achieve. Number two, the guilt complex. This is huge, especially for moms. How can you be happy when your teenager is struggling? How can you be happy when your marriage isn't perfect? How can you be happy when there is so much suffering in the world? We feel guilty for experiencing joy when things aren't perfect. Number three, the not enough story. This one is particularly sneaky. You think you don't deserve to be happy because you haven't done enough, achieved enough, or become enough. This is just your primitive brain doing what primitive brains do, looking for problems to solve. And number four, the responsibility myth. You believe it's selfish to prioritize your own happiness. After all, don't good mothers, wives, daughters put everyone else first? Here's a spoiler alert. No, they don't. At least not the ones who want to show up as their best selves. Here's what I need you to understand. Happiness isn't something that happens to you. It is not something you achieve. It's not something you earn. It's not something that depends upon your circumstances. Happiness is a choice that you make regardless of your circumstances. Now, I can hear some of you arguing with me right now, but Mindy, you don't understand. My husband just doesn't get it. My kids are out of control. My ex is impossible. My health is a mess. My finances are a disaster. Listen closely. Your circumstances are neutral until you have a thought about them. Yes, I really said that. Your difficult ex, neutral. Your health challenges, neutral. Your financial situation, neutral. It is your thoughts about these things that create your experience. This isn't about positive thinking. It's not about pretending that everything is fine when it isn't. This is about understanding that you have the power to choose how you want to experience your life, regardless of what's happening around you. So how do we actually do this? How do we give ourselves permission to be happy, especially when it feels impossible? So here is your step-by-step guide. Step number one, acknowledge where you are. First, let's get real about where you're at right now. Take out a pen and paper. Yes, actually do this. Don't just listen to me and not do it. Get out a pen and paper and answer these questions. What am I waiting for before I allow myself to be happy? What conditions have I put on my happiness? What stories am I telling myself about why I can't be happy right now? Step two, challenge your thoughts. Now that you can see your thoughts on paper, it is time to question them. For each thought you wrote down, ask yourself, is this absolutely true? Now here's a hint. If everyone in the world wouldn't agree, it's not a fact, so we can't really say for sure that it's absolutely true, okay? Who would I be without this thought? What if the opposite were true? How is this thought serving me? Why am I giving this situation or person the power to dictate how happy I get to be? Step 3, choose your thoughts on purpose. This is where the magic happens. Instead of letting your brain run on autopilot, you get to decide what you want to think. And this could be literally anything. But here are a few ideas, some thoughts that you could try on. I can be happy now and want things to be different. My happiness is the greatest gift I can give my family. I choose to find joy in small moments. My circumstances don't determine my happiness. I do. I am responsible for my own happiness. Okay? Step 4, practice your new thoughts. Just like you wouldn't expect to be amazing at playing the piano after one lesson, you can't expect these new thoughts to feel natural right away. You have to practice them. So here's some ideas of how to practice. You could write them down and put them somewhere that you will see daily. You could say them out loud to yourself. You could look for evidence that supports them. You could notice when your brain wants to go back to old thought patterns and then gently redirect yourself to your new chosen thoughts. Step 5, take action from your new thoughts. Now, this is crucial. When you truly believe that you deserve to be happy and that you can be happy right now, what actions would you take? So maybe you would set boundaries around your time and energy. Maybe you would make time for things that bring you joy. Maybe you would stop overcommitting yourself. Maybe you would ask for help when you need it. Maybe you would take better care of your physical and mental health. These are just ideas. I want you to really consider this for yourself. When you give yourself permission to be happy, something magical happens. Not only do you feel better, but you also model healthy emotional management for your kids. You also show up as a better partner, parent, and friend. You also have more energy and patience. You also make decisions from a place of abundance rather than scarcity. And then you create a ripple effect of positivity in your family. But here is where it gets really interesting. The more you choose happiness, the more happiness seems to find you. It is like turning on a light in a dark room. Suddenly, you can see all the good things that were there all along. Your brain, which was previously programmed to scan for problems and danger, starts actively looking for reasons to be happy because you told it to. This creates an upward spiral. When you are in a better emotional state, you notice more opportunities for joy. You attract more positive interactions with others. You find creative solutions more easily. You handle challenges with more grace. People respond to you differently. Life just feels more magical. And it is not that your circumstances have necessarily changed. Remember, circumstances are neutral, but your experience of those circumstances transforms completely. The better it gets, the better it gets. Each moment of chosen happiness creates momentum for the next one. Think of it like compound interest for your emotional well-being. Each small choice to be happy, each moment you give yourself permission to feel good, builds upon the last. Over time, happiness becomes your default setting rather than something you have to consciously choose every time. So let's talk about what this actually looks like in real life, because it's one thing to decide you want to be happy and another thing entirely to choose happiness when your husband is giving you the silent treatment or your teenager just slams their bedroom door in your face. So let's look at a messy house scenario. Here's what your brain might sound like. I can't be happy when the house is a disaster. Nobody helps. I'm the only one who cares. This is ridiculous. Sounds a lot like my brain. Now, here is what choosing happiness might look like. Take a deep breath. Notice these are just thoughts. They feel true, but they're optional. What else could be true? Maybe this mess is temporary, or I can love my family and teach them responsibility. Or the mess means we live here and we're alive. Or messes and happiness can exist at the same time. Then choose your next action from that better feeling place. Okay. Now let's look at a health challenge scenario. Here is what your brain might sound like. My body is betraying me. I'll never feel good again. I'm so tired. This isn't fair. Here is what choosing happiness might look like. Feel your feelings. They're valid. Then remember, you can feel physical pain and emotional peace at the same time. What if this illness is teaching you something? What if it's making you stronger? What if it's helping you learn to truly take care of yourself? Okay. Now, how about a relationship scenario? Here is what your brain might sound like. He never listens. He doesn't care about my feelings. This marriage is hopeless. And now here's what choosing happiness in this moment might look like. Notice how these thoughts create more pain on top of the situation. What if you chose thoughts like, this is just a moment? We're both doing our best. Or I can be happy even when we disagree. How would that change your experience? Okay, and last, let's look at a parenting scenario. Here is what your brain might sound like. I'm failing as a mother. My kids are out of control. I'm ruining them. Here is what choosing happiness might look like. Stop. Breathe. Remember, these are just thoughts creating unnecessary suffering. Try, my kids are having the exact experience they need to have. Or, I'm the perfect mom for my kids. Or, this phase will pass. The key in each of these moments is to 1, notice your thoughts. 2, allow your feeling. 3, remember these thoughts are optional. 4, choose thoughts that serve you. And 5, take action from that better emotional place. Okay, now just like you might have an emergency kit for natural disasters, let's create one for those moments when choosing happiness feels impossible or it just feels extremely difficult. Here are a few things you could put into your emergency kit. Feel free to think of your own ideas and add them as well. Item number 1, your power phrases. Write down 3 to 5 phrases that instantly help you shift perspective. Keep them on your phone or a card in your wallet. Item number 2, your happy triggers. What instantly lifts your mood? Is it a specific song, a photo, a memory? Have these readily available. Item number 3, your physical anchors. What physical actions help you reset? Deep breathing, a quick walk, dancing. Identify these in advance and have them ready so you can use them. Item number 4, your support system. Who can you reach out to when you need a perspective shift? Have that phone number ready. Know who it is, who you need to call. And number 5, your joy journal. Keep a running list of moments that bring you joy, and then review it when you need a reminder that happiness is always available. So let's address some common objections that your brain might bring up as you do this. Bring objection number 1. But what will others think? Remember, other people's thoughts about you are none of your business. They are going to think whatever they think, regardless of what you do. Brain objection number 2. It feels selfish. Is it selfish for the flight attendant to tell you to put your oxygen mask on first? Of course not. You can't pour from an empty cup. Brain objection number 3. I tried being happy before and it didn't last. That's because you were probably trying to force positive thinking rather than doing the deeper work of examining and choosing your thoughts on purpose. And brain objection number 4. My family needs me to focus on them. Your family needs you to model what it looks like to be a whole, healthy human who knows how to take care of themselves. Now, here are some questions to consider. What would change in your life if you gave yourself permission to be happy right now? How might your relationships improve if you took responsibility for your own happiness? What's the worst that could happen if you decided to be happy despite your circumstances? What example are you setting for your children about happiness? What is the real cost of waiting for perfect circumstances before allowing yourself to be happy? The greatest gift you can give yourself this holiday season is permission to be happy. Not when things are perfect, not when everyone else is taken care of, not when you've achieved all of your goals, but right now, exactly as things are. Remember, this isn't about ignoring problems or pretending everything is fine if it's not. It is about recognizing that you have the power to choose happiness regardless of your situation. It's about understanding that your happiness is not selfish, it's necessary. It's about giving yourself the same grace and permission you so freely give to others. As you wrap presents this holiday season, take a moment to give yourself this gift. Write yourself an actual permission slip if you need to, or wrap it and put it under the tree. Make it official, make it real, because you deserve to be happy, not because of anything you've done or haven't done, but simply because you exist. Live free, love life. Thank you for watching this episode of Live Free, Love Life. Please subscribe to my channel and don't forget to like, comment, and share. See you next time.